Yeah, I've been saying it for like years, literally years. And I always say it not just during the season, but then when we're leading up to the draft. If I see, running backs that fit that type of skill set, I always want the Packers to draft them. They never do. They never would. And it would piss me off so much because I felt like those were the types of players that if they had those players, they could actually do that type of an offense, but we never did. So I'm ecstatic about that, the way that they're using them, and it's not going to change. And I see this being like, it is very similar to when Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, have been on the Saints until this year. I see it kind of being similar with Williams and Jones in that regard, And I think that it's good because you're flexible because guess what? Say what you want to say. I think Aaron Jones is better on a fast track than Jamal Williams, but Jamal Williams is going to be a mutter. He's going to be the type that likes the slippery, wet fields, and you're going to need to have both abilities because you're going to play in different types of conditions. And today was a nice, although it was slippery, which I actually have notes on that I want to talk about, but Aaron Jones, this was like a nice day. This is the type of conditions where he's gonna flourish. He's able to get his feet planted and make those cuts, and but there's gonna be times we're gonna need when the weather changes a guy like Jamal Williams, and he's shown he's fully capable of picking up the load when needed. And being able to win in different conditions, being able to win with different play styles and different types of offense. I mean, whether it's, it's going to be pounding the rock, whether it's going to be hitting running backs and tight ends, in the shorter intermediate type passes and letting them do their thing.
Whatever the turnover battle is too.
Yeah. Or if it's just, going deep and just getting into a shootout. Right now, the Packers are winning in all different ways. And that's what's good because I think even Rodgers said that in his presser today. He said, we're finding different ways to win, and once you prove to the rest of the league that you can win in different ways, then you become almost unguardable because now you don't know what they're going to throw at you. You don't know what they're going to bring, and that's what we're starting to see is every week now, the last several weeks, is this offense looks different. It's a different hero that's picking up the slack and being, that guy, or it's completely spread out. Like today, 5 different people scored a touchdown. I mean, 8, 9 different people caught passes.
The ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Not just one pass, but like multiple passes, had multiple targets, across the board. So, once they become that just flexible and moldable and being able to bring it in different ways, that's going to be really tough to defend. It really is. And it's good that they're getting this all while still winning. And that was the thing that everyone was worried about is it's going to take some time for them to kind of figure it out on offense, and assumed that while trying to figure it out, they're going to slip up every now and then in the first half of the season. And there's going to be some more losses on there. There's only been one. And so that's the scary thing, So I need, what do you guys, what's going on with the turf? Because that was something I just brought up. Speaking about slipping, like I feel like this is happening often where we are slipping on our own field turf.
Guys, I think like to wear too short of spikes because they think that they can run faster like that. Because it's only a couple of players.
Yeah,
we're in the midst of the season right now, too.
Our coaches in football used to tell us all the time. He'd be like, you know what, you can wear whatever shoes you want, but the first time I see you slip, I'm going to take your shoes and I'm going to burn the son of a bitches because you're trying to wear them short-ass spikes. Ryan, you can't tell me you don't remember coaches bitching at players, and you remember as young players would always say, I don't like the long ones because they get caught in the grass, can't run as fast, and then they'd slip. And it seems to be it's the younger players the older players have already went through that. They figured out how to adjust. It seems to be the younger guys that have that issue, and I guarantee they're trying to wear those 1/4-inch fucking spikes. It's stupid.
Oh, I definitely wore the short ones. I was a track guy. I was a sprinter. So you're right. I mean, it felt like more like track shoes when I wore my cleats. But I mean, they got to adjust to that because it's been kind of, it's not just this year. It's not just this one game. I've seen this for years. I've bitched about it for a while. So, what I want to know though is, does it have anything to do with like moisture or dew on the field due to the heating coils?
I think it's this time of the season, just in my opinion. I mean, you're going from fall to kind of that early winter stage in Wisconsin, and
it is a lot dewier, more moisture.
Yeah, the environment's adjusting with it. So, I mean, I feel like you might need to start investing in a different type of spikes on the cleats and what Jay said.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. And I get where they're coming from in terms of that mindset. I totally get that. It's usually obviously it's skill position players that are doing it. So, I don't know. It's just something that it keeps bugging me because it's like, all right, this is your home turf. You should understand what cleats or if there's an issue with it, this is your field to figure out. Get it worked out. So that's what, I guess that just bugs me. But anyway, that's just a stupid little thing. We won.
So there's something I wanted to bring up that I think is paying more and more attention. Jay, I know I've said this before, and I know it kind of brought you to light on this. Now these past 2 to 3 weeks, I think Rodgers has fully figured out how to throw with his new repaired shoulder. I know it's been a year. Like now it's finally he's comfortable with it. He's not doing the extra motions or nothing you saw a little bit before with him.
I haven't seen him
in
like
last year and this year.
A bad ball like where you're like, what the hell was that in a few weeks? And honestly, I have to say it. There's part of me that kind of laughs when I think about it because it was all kind of janky looking until he smacked his hand.
It's like Derek Barnett woke up a sleeping monster in Philly. Don't you think so, Ryan?
As dumb as it sounds, I know, guys, we all know when we say it, it sounds stupid, but what other explanation is there? Because immediately following that, it's been this. And I don't want to be that guy.
In the Dallas game,
but there's
he didn't have a touchdown.
Other explanation. There just isn't.
He still controlled the game in Dallas. That's a perfect example. He didn't have a touchdown, but he controlled the game whenever Aaron Jones wasn't doing his thing. He literally was adjusting plays to where the defense was set up perfectly to allow screen plays to go for 30, 40 yards. He's in that Terminator zone. What Jay said, the next level of Rodgers, we know what it is. It's Neo Rodgers. It's the one where he sees everything in code. He can read people's thoughts. He is Miyagi, and nothing stands in his way. But it's just so good.
The only reason he's not there right now is because he's in a brand new offense that he's having to learn what everybody's comfortable in doing and da-da-da-da-da.
We're in the second phase of the offense.
So Neo mode, but here, guess what, Ryan? This should make you get really excited in a lot of areas. Neo mode will come around weeks 15, 16, 17 playoffs. I hope so. Right when people really don't want that. They don't want that.
You're talking about when we play Chicago?
Oh, do you know
Lambeau,
why Neo mode always comes, though?
Minnesota.
No, do you know why Neo mode always comes, though? Because they're going to feel themselves, just like I said. They're going to be probably 8-9-1 here going in, and then they're going to drop a game or two and have a defense kind of figure out what they're going to do, and it's going to force them to really go back and kind of retool a few things, but that's what's going to trigger it, because that's going to be around week 12, 13, 14, and then boom, it's playoff stretch time, but it'll take a couple of kind of what the hell just happened to us performances and a couple of losses to go in, and then everybody will be kind of going, I don't know about these guys, and the rest of us will be able to just sit here calmly and go, yeah, we already saw this coming, we knew this, it was okay.
I mean, whatever it takes, if it means that we're going to get full-fledged, like you said, Neo mode right at the end of the season, peaking at the right time, I'm all for that, because that's what it takes to win a Super Bowl and go through the playoffs. We saw that firsthand in 2010. You know, he in fact, I think I saw someone say something about how today's game was like the best game, statistically, that he had since that game in the 2010 playoff run against Atlanta. In terms of
really is
completion percentage and touchdowns.
That was beautiful
and
to
stuff.
watch today. He was very efficient, and I mean, he didn't get greedy. He took the big shots when they were there, and there was a couple times where he's looking for the big shot, and then it wasn't there, and he did what you like, Ryan. Just dump the ball off to the running back, short guy. Use Vitale. Yeah, we haven't even gotten to him. What the hell, man?
Muscle man, baby.
Thank God he got the ball finally. Thank God. And he deserves a shout out. What a beautiful thing to have a fullback again that can be that type of athlete. My Lord.
Kyle Juszczyk of the Packers. That's what he is. And
yeah, he's athletic. He's got some wheels on him.
My Lord. I mean, Jesus. That is like watching one of those WWE wrestlers play fullback. I mean, my God.
How about Whitewater Jesus having a nice big play touchdown over the top?
Sarah says to me, "Who is that guy? I like him."
It's Whitewater Jesus.
And that's what I said. And she goes, "Oh, I like him now even more." And then she goes, "He does have that look to him when he pulls his helmet off on the sideline." I'm like, exactly. That's why they call him that, for the love of gosh.
I knew Packers Twitter was going to erupt on that one.
Because we've been waiting for it. And, I mean, the more Kumaro was getting in this offense on the reps the past couple games with Adams hurt, it's benefiting him. And now he's got a TD to show for it. I mean, MVS has shown his big playability is there. Lazard is there. He dropped one that hit him right in the arms between a corner and safety that I wish he had back. But then Rodgers went right back to him the next play.
Yeah, and he made up for it with a ridiculous catch.
The high point he had on that ball was ridiculous. Nobody would have touched it.
He got up there. So I think this is a good transition into a question I was going to ask now that we're talking about wide receivers. So after today's game, what are we feeling? What are you thinking? Obviously, they added Ryan Grant. He didn't suit up today because he just joined the team. But do we need to add another wide receiver? I want to know what you guys think now, knowing what we just saw today.
I think if they do it, it's because they're looking just to be luxurious, just to keep up, just to make sure that there is enough, barring injuries down the stretch. I think at this point it's done as a luxury and as an insurance package. I don't think it's necessary. But I still don't think that it doesn't mean that they won't do it, because I believe that any franchise, any GM that really wants to make sure that they can make sure they're going to try to be one of the final two teams, sometimes you do things that aren't necessary like this. This is an example. If you go out and get any player at this point, really at any position, that is a viable starter that really is going to be more of a cog piece still at this point, because if you go get another receiver, when Adams comes back, he's still not one. He's still 2 or 3. It's a cog piece. You go get a running back, Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams are 1-2 punch. He's just another cog piece. You know what I mean? Like, so you go get another defensive player like that, you're getting Savage back. It's just another extra weapon just in case. So, yeah, they might still do something, but I think they've proven they don't need to. It's not necessary.
So, first thing I'm going to point out on that, Ryan, is we know Gutekunst has been active. It's been noted he's called Elway, and Elway has turned him down. So he is trying to fill a void that he thinks is there. I don't think there's as big as a void now after seeing what we saw today and even in Detroit, because you saw Lazard step up there, and you're seeing MVS step up today. Geronimo he had a couple nice catches, not a lot of yards, but he was still there to convert some third downs into first downs today. And I still think something can be done, and I think it could be the cherry on top for this offense. I think it has an ability to go to another level, even what it is now, because we're getting Adams back, but just for example, and I know this, Jay has heard me say this name